right, here we go. I'm going Destroyer right off the tee. We're getting started right away here. I need to make an intro, just like, and use that same one the whole time. Connor going
Good rip at. One of these guys go ahead.
Saint, I think. His first hole sets up very nicely for the forehand. Graham's in the ditch, which is just fine.
You ready? Watch this. It's going in. Wrong basket.
And Connor said it was going in. It obviously didn't. But he gave it a nice try. That's all I have. All I have, and I have to put it upside down, let it slide up near the basket. But that's all I had. Just pitch it up. Graham's not here on commentary today. He's out at a soccer tournament. But he's going to be on solo commentary for the last... That's actually a really good birdie putt. He's going to be on solo commentary for the last two videos, I think. So now I'm just down 1 to Connor. That was a really good putt. A bit high, but it almost tried to go out the back, but he still made it. Graham's going FD3. We are playing longs to shorts on this layout. It's a bit right. He might have a window over there. There is a window off to the right. But off to the right, it's more the long basket. Connor's still throwing the same. He's been throwing this almost all tournament for his drives. I'll be going with the Aviar 3 that I just got out of a trade with Graeme. I traded him the MD3. Connor playing it smart there. He knows it's downhill. I couldn't really give that much of a run. Let's see if Graeme can. A bit high. Wow, way too high. Still got a ways actually to go. I am glowing right now. That was too right. Oh man, Connor also missing his putt. He putts with the judge. I put with the link. Graeme putts with the P2 and a link. Normally the link. But alright, that was a good catch, but it was also a good putt. There's Graeme from 2 knees. Wow, makes good of it. I saw that though. His hands did hit the ground, which would be a penalty, but we'll let that go. Yeah, it seems like he did. But he still hit the putt, which is good. And he takes the only par. Look up at the scoreboard. It is a really tight game. Graeme just hits high limb. I'm going Aviar, not Aviar 3. I don't know all the different types of Aviars, because I know there's a bunch of different types. I just throw a disc, see its flight, and if I like it, then yay. Connor also going zone, which is interesting, because I don't think that's a good disc for him to throw on this hole, because that would hyzer out way too quickly. He's going to have a weird putt from there. He's right behind that. Connor probably giving it a run, but he was too far to the right. A lot of these holes here have some sort of elevation on them. You have to, and the elevation is what forces you to play a position or get aggressive. Graeme is backhanding his own. Oh my goodness. Wow. Made one from the knees last round. Just made an, oh no. Made one from the knees last hole. Just made another from his knees. That is that's almost a full backhand there. Well, not a full backhand, but that's not a putt. And he just did that with the zone. All zones on the hole for Graeme and Connor. Graeme going with the Macbeth signed Zeus. He doesn't even have this anymore. He lost it. That's actually a really good shot. But yeah, this one does go uphill a bit. It's hard to tell. I'm going D4. And it flips right out of my hand with the insane amount of hyzer I put on it too. Which is, it's a flippy disc. I've lost that one now too.
Oh no.
Looking to get it replaced with something a little less flippy. Connor kept it low, but I think he'll have a look from there. Basket's about 190 from where Graeme is. No, that's about 230. My bad. I'm going Berg, which is the best disc in the world, by the way. I'm gonna have a weird putt. Actually, I don't even think I'm gonna have a putt. I might just have to pitch out. Connor just laying up. We also missed one of his upshots, so at this point Connor's going for 5, I think. So he's actually having a rough hole. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but I still got it in a position to try to save a 5.
Go ahead, Graeme.
This is Graeme from about edge of circle 1 for the birdie, which is a good birdie on this hole. Oh wow.
Oh, the birdie.
He's putting well in this round. This backman. That had no chance at all. He saw me just give up on it. Connor will be taking a 7. This is me for 5 now. And wow. And then so that's me doing it again. Now I'm going to talk a lot about separation here because on this back 9, there are some easy holes and then there are some really hard holes. And you just got to know how to play them if you want to separate yourself. It's a weird course. It's got some weird layouts. Graeme with the FD3. He says he was playing to there, but I don't think he was. Connor going buzz on a 333-foot hole, which is interesting. I think he's also playing position. I'm going Stalker, which is also interesting because that's a pretty fast disc for me to be throwing 333 downhill. That's not too great. I think that shot lines up more for the backhand, but he's more of a forehand kind of guy. Connor with the challenger. You gotta throw pretty low on this hole because that hill, you don't know what it's gonna do. I'm kind of trying to give it a run. Graeme might be as well. So that'll be his putt for bogey. And I have an uphill putt for par. My putting was pretty off this tournament for this round. At this point, I'm in last place. Even with Connor taking that bogey, I'm in last place. Graeme will also take the bogey. See there, he's putting with a P2. It caught a limb. It was kind of hard to see, but my shot did catch a limb and fall down. Connor with the Saint again. This is also another position hole. You see, and I was asking if Graeme might want to go flick roller because that is definitely a line. And right into the tree.
Well, that's a tough lie, too.
Going Destroyer, also trying to play it for position.
Click. No, don't click. What am I saying? Nice shot.
That is actually in a really good spot.
Were you filming?
This might be one of the easiest holes on the course, depending on your drive. Carter going way around the tree.
Anything.
He'll be, I think he might be behind the gate. There is like a fence thing that somebody made.
Not.
Oh my goodness.
That didn't skip.
Did he really just take that gap? That's maybe a disc wide. That was really risky. I'm going to standstill Firebird, which I flick a lot. I love doing the standstill shot for the Firebird. I release it, I mean, it gives me almost the same release every time.
That's wrong. That should be fine.
But you gotta always know how it's gonna skip. Carter will just hyzer around it.
Come on, man. Come on, nice bird.
Taking a birdie, so that's birdies both rounds in the front nine and the back nine. Oh. Well, Connor will be taking a bogey. A triple bogey, that's right. That's not good. That is +7 in the last 3 holes for Connor. It was a good birdie to bounce back. Going Aviar too high. If I had that lower, that may have had a chance at hitting the gap. I don't know what disc this is. I think it's his FD3. I don't even know if he has an FD3. But it kind of flew like one. Graham's going FD3, I know that. Probably trying to get through that gap. There's that middle gap that actually really works. That is a Firebird. That's actually a pretty good out. I'm still left with a little bit of a putt and probably a straddle because it's off the fairway. Graham giving it a good run there.
That was a good run.
That was a good bid. I will have a shuttle. This is actually okay. Graham takes the only par. This is actually my favorite hole. I love this hole so much. It's really pretty for a Florida hole.
It's going to be the most beautiful shot you've ever seen.
Graham says, most beautiful shot you've ever seen. Let's see it. Going Undertaker. I gotta get one of those. He also lost that one on that throw, so it was not
The flick is
the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Never mind. The flick was never there.
I'm gonna go PD2. I'm not trying to absolutely crush it, or else I will go off the fairway. It's an interesting gap. You have to hyzer into the gap that you want to hit. And that's almost perfect. It is a bit long though. But I should have a very easy birdie. Connor with almost nothing from there.
Oh no.
We decided not to give Graeme a stroke because we've lost this before and we haven't given each other strokes. Maybe next year we'll start doing that. Connor screams. I don't know why. I really do want to make this putt. This would be huge. Ooh, a good run, but not quite. And Iceberg with a good layup there. You're taking the birdie from 7 feet out. Graeme has a pretty easy up and down. A bit. His putts have not been hitting on the pole most of this time. He's been pretty close to missing these. Connor takes a bogey, I believe. No, he took a par. Hole 8 is definitely the easiest hole. Hole 9 is probably the hardest. It's a gap about, it feels 400 feet. But we are playing the temp tee because of the down tree on the tee box. But from the real tee, it feels like 400 feet all the way down. He said it's for the views. A 360 and hits the root. Okay, so he's on the short tee fairway, which has the tree. So then naturally we went to go play the long tee, and unfortunately the long tee also had a mound of sand on it. Graeme hyzers out too quickly. It's almost been how this tournament's going. It's just all of us hyzering out. That's a good run there. It's going to be an interesting putt. And as my putting's been today, not too good. That's the practice basket way down there. Yellow's actually pretty close to this one. Graeme with this putt for birdie. That almost still went in. And Connor takes a bogey after sticking it in his hat. I really want to hit this putt, and I miss it anyways. I think we missed Graeme's tap out, but it's a tap out, doesn't really matter. And I missed the comebacker as well. It was instantly after this, I just went and putted for about half an hour. Just tried to figure out what I was doing wrong, and then I decided to just let it rest. There was definitely something going wrong here. But this shot was just a bit too far to the right. So we will be playing Lincoln Park next. It's called Lincoln Park. It's a much shorter course, but it's a fun layout actually. It's short, so hopefully we'll hit some aces. See you then.